Hello and welcome back to Land of Italy. As you can see here, we are outside with the New Holland 8970. I did come down to the silo in the hopes that I could dump the scarto di protezione uva into our silo. Unfortunately, we cannot. So we do have to sell it. I don't know why I emptied it out of the production so quickly when we still have the production underway. I really don't know what I was thinking. I don't want to dump it onto the ground because we don't really have a means to pick it up. I mean, we do have the telehandler, but we don't have a bucket, and honestly it's maybe £1,000 difference, which in the long term of things isn't really that much of a deal. So I think we'll just sell it now. I did find that there is a second sell point for this product. As you can see, it's over there to the left. We have been to... I wonder if that's a shortcut. No, that just goes to that field. We have been to this sell point before. I think this is where we sold... what did we sell that we couldn't feed the pigs? Oh, I can't remember exactly, but we did head over this way before, so we are going to head back there. Wow, that's coming in really nicely there. Luckily, it is still growing. Let's see at what stage, because it's got to be bloody close. Right, yeah, next month. Oh, fantastic. So we'll get soybeans harvested in the next month. For now, we do have our corn that needs to be harvested, which is going to happen as soon as we're done selling this product. Now this is the field that we had the sunflowers in. Now into this field I may have vocalized what I wanted to put in there, but I have to confirm again, just because I can't remember if I did. We'll have to look. Obviously it's going to be something that benefits the piggies, and well, actually, right, I've just remembered. With 4 series on the go, sometimes I forget which sort of avenue I'd like to take for certain series, but if I do remember correctly, I'm going to make my way towards a new production, which is going to be making some pasta. We are going to have some lovely, lovely flour that we can turn into some lovely food. Right, but first things first, now that we've rambled our way all the way to the sell point, right, I think we have to go in. Do we go in the other side? Ooh, blimey. I think this weight is here for a reason. Let's just do it anyways. Kind of mucked it up though. Oh my, bloody hell. Super steer. You just still have to wait for the wheels to turn before you can fully use them. Ah, yes, indeed. Right, so we'll just go in here. We're really not going to get all that much. Maybe about £4,000. But it is better than nothing. Oh, it might be nothing. What's happened? Tip side back. Hello. Right, it seems as though we can't sell it here. Well, that's frustrating. Huh. Well, maybe we do have to go to the... oh yeah, we're not getting out that way. Well, that's silly. Maybe we do have to go to the VGA then. Right, let's have a quick look at that, because I swore it said that we could come here. Yeah, well, bloody hell. Oh, wow, it's gone down from 284 to 280. If we go to the BGA, it'll take ages to get there, because it's literally the opposite end of the map. But I don't think we've been there, so you know what? Let's do it in a cheeky time-lapse. Alright, here we are. Well, this is where the waypoint's taken us, but perhaps we are not meant to be here. Right, I've done it again with the super steer. I need to be a bit more conscientious of that. Luckily we have the super steer, or we might have been very stuck here. So now, where do we take it? There's so many places that it could be taken. I wonder if we just missed the right place at the other place. That could be a thing. But nevertheless, let's just get this dumped out so we can crack on with the corn harvest. Now I feel like the... Oh, hello. No, that's for slurry. Have we been here? No, I think I came down to check it out, but I don't think we've actually been here. So that's for that. Okay, I must be missing something. Loading. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, is that it there? Right, so this does seem to be the right place for it. If we can just reverse. Nice, okay, so that's good at least. Well, let's dump it in there, and at least it's done with. As I say, I think we are going to be losing maybe at this point about £1,500 total amount for everything. But we're not going to get any more of this waste, essentially grape waste. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We are getting a little bit of extra money, and as you can see, we've got all the money that we got back in from selling the vineyards, and we're going to be putting that towards new production, so it's all coming together swimmingly. Now, oh, come on. It's okay, so it's full up, which is unfortunate. What I might do is, for the time being, I might just leave this setup here then. So I'll just shut the beacon, shut the engine. We can come back just to finish that later. It obviously has a maximum amount that it'll take here at a time. So I imagine in the next hour it might... Actually, let's just try that in the next hour. Let's just go to 2 o'clock. Problem is that we are losing time until the rain comes, so... Right, we might have to just wait real time sometime. So, yeah, we might just come back here in a bit. If for whatever reason... Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, okay, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, it's not a problem. It is getting sorted. Hopefully that goes away. I do want to check the weather because I imagine that is going to be raining. Oh, at 6. Okay, we do have loads of time. Loads of time to get the corn done. I would like this to empty, though, so we have room for corn. But yes, we can also... And yes, these input areas, these markers, are fantastic. Giants should really look at that when it comes to the next game for those sort of icons, because they are just fabulous. Right, 1,700-ish pounds from each load, so it's about 35. That's less than I was expecting, but also more than we would have got had we not sold it. So... Pros and cons, right? Pros and cons. Right, we are going to head back to the farm and fire up the corn harvest. Alright, here we are. So, let's get it unfolded and get the header also unfolded. We might try and go this way if we can. Here, I'm going to reverse up into towards the other field here without destroying any crop, of course. There we go. I do love this TX66. It has been a fantastic harvester for us. I can't imagine us needing a different harvester. Do you know what I mean? I can't see us needing to upgrade. Oh, I've already missed some corn. And it would be good to get as much of this chopped corn stock onto the field as possible. So that when it comes time to spreading any sort of fertilizer on this field, we shouldn't have any issues. Now, one thing I have considered is with pumps and hoses, it is a bit of a faff. I will admit that, but I think it's very cool if we can take advantage and use only natural fertilizer, which has been my aim since day one on this series, is to have pigs, use the manure. Oh, bloody hell. We have literally a pile of poop that needs spreading in some capacity. Now, if anyone can chime in as far as a real-life sort of situation, I can imagine only, I mean, in my time, I'm not a farmer, but, well, virtually, perhaps. As far as slurry goes, the best time is pretty much right after if I'm not mistaken, is right after we've harvested. I mean, ideally you would cultivate, I imagine, first, and then you could do the slurry and then cultivate it in. But when is the best time to use manure? Is it the same time? Do you kind of alternate? Any real-life farming experts to chime in would be fantastic. Because I'm curious to know. I do like to play this as realistically as possible, but when you don't farm in real life, it can make it a bit more difficult. So any and all feedback, real farming wise, with any of the sort of processes that I do, I would love to hear your feedback. I know I've said this before, and I have had some incredible real life feedback, which is very beneficial. I've tried to implement as much of that as I can do. I know I've had a few on the American farming series, a few bits of input here and there, of course. Oh, we've got proper stuck. I think, yeah, really, oh bloody hell, I really don't like this area. I'm going to just get rid of this little area first, which is a bit of a faff, but it's getting done. Now, with this corn, it is going to go in the silo for the piggies, but I just don't fully know what the best course of action would be for the next cropping. Does it have to be pig food? Are we in desperate need for pig food? I do have rye coming in, that's for the pigs. Actually, no, everything we have for the pigs, we need for the pigs, we have, if I'm not mistaken. We have just finished all the silage, so that's good, because the corn is basically, you know, in lieu of that. And the sunflowers are to sell, so that's what we're going to do, because I don't think the pigs can eat sunflowers. I think they can in base game, but I should have a double check. Oh my, bus, sorry bus, didn't mean to alert you. Oh my goodness, sorry car. Yeah, this is not ideal. Right, get this last bit. At least now we can get the tractor and trailer out if we need. In fact, I might even go back to the start there and go straight across there. I'm just trying to maximize how this gets done. This might have affected my chopped straw experiment, but let's check, shall we? Where are we? Here we are. And no, it's alright. It's alright that. It's working really well, in fact. Blimey. Yeah, I'm going to go straight across here, clean this up, and then we'll go up and down the long way of the field, which has kind of been the reason I did this way in the first place, was to have the ability to do it like that. Sorry, mate. Oh, bloody hell. You could have waited. Supreme milk. Yeah, right. Unbelievable. I did drive directly in front of him, though, but it's completely his fault. Right, let's crack on. And 100. Fantastic. So that is an alright harvest so far, I'd have to say. We are going to unload another 8,000 litres. Well, actually, our first 8,000 litres of corn, because we had not quite a full load before. But yes, we are going to get this emptied out. All is coming along very nicely. This is a much bigger field than you sort of anticipate. I don't know, maybe I'm underestimating the size of these fields, or maybe the combine is just also... no, this combine's fine, absolutely. I think this combine's perfect for these fields, for these size fields. I mean, what's the biggest field? So 35 is quite big. 8 is also quite large. I think 35 is the biggest one. This is near to that. 213. Let's look by price. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest one. Well, that's 2 fields though. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one, single field, and that's about less than half. So yeah, I think for the fields we own, that's absolutely perfect. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow a helper to crack on. Now I know it's going to kind of throw things off a bit because the angle of everything will be slightly different, but it should be fine. It should be fine. What I want to do in the meantime is have a look at, well, we'll check the sales first thing. Nothing in there, although that is interesting. But again, I don't know if this thing, I think it tips. So, oh, maybe not. Maybe it has a, interesting. No, I think we'll stick with what we have, because we know that it works with the pig storage. So, the pig feeding and all that. So what I wanted to check for is manure spreaders. Now this is something I don't often use, so let's, oh right, I've got loads of, right, the Crossetto ones. Oh, this would be a good one. These are all fairly expensive for what they are. 220 horsepower, 12 meters, 16 kph, 20,000 liters. It's all very similar. Oh, 12 meters versus 5.5. Oh, these add, I think these add extra distance or something, I don't quite know. Oh, what? Are you serious? We could have used that for the fields. Oh, well, I feel fully foolish now. I should have had a look at that first. So you can actually use the scarto di produzione uva for just as manure. Oh, that's so silly. I do feel a tad foolish about that. Shame. Well, we do have loads of manure at least, so that's cool. But that would have been so good to know about 10 minutes ago. Well, 30 minutes ago. Right, how much manure have we got? Does it not say there? It might show here. 32,000 litres. So, what I'm thinking is, for fields like this one, where we have the chopping happening, I think it would be fine to use manure as a single pass, but it's every field we have does get that treatment. So I think, yeah, we can use either manure or, I'd like to try using manure. You know what? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at how much we have. I know we have 32,000, but I just wanted to physically see it. So that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But we also have a literal poop load of slurry as well. So in there we have 7,000. In the storage we have 32,000. So similar to the manure, actually. You know what? Let's do it. We have the cash. Let's buy a manure spreader. Let's have a look at our options though, because yeah, these get very expensive and we don't need that. I think this is the best one. I think this is perfect for us. 150 horsepower, so it can be run by either New Holland, probably the T7, as the other one is occupied. So yeah, let's go for this. Let's try it out. Let's get that changed over. And that's what we can do. So £50,000 and purchased. Now, I think we still own, if I'm not mistaken, we still own the winery, which we do not need anymore. So we're going to visit it, and I think it's £200,000. I think there's a way to remove this from our service. So let me very quickly do that. Okay, this is separate from this though, so we don't have to worry about this selling off, because this is the seller, so it is different. So we really didn't need to empty that out. Blimey, I should have waited. That is a touch frustrating. Oh, wait, no, that would have come out of the... Ah, it did come out of the winery, which is why I wanted to get rid of it now. Right, never mind. I take that back. So, let me get this switched over back to me not owning it, and we can crack on. Right, there we go. So we got the £200,000 in from essentially selling the winery, which puts us up at 575,108. If we go here, see, it shows that we can now buy it because we no longer own it. Happy days. We do still own the cellar, which means that right, all the barrels I've moved. Right, so that right. I thought for a second I sold with barrels still needing to be processed, but it seems the cellar is still processing our barrels of wine, which is fine. Did we do that this month? Everything goes by very quickly. Right, let's check on the helper and see how it's getting on. Nearly done, so that's pretty good. Let's go to the T7. Right, we'll get all this put away as well. I think we're fine, horsepower-wise. I should confirm. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. So this is essentially our implement tractor, really. And the other New Holland has mostly been for hauling and all the heavy lifting and such. So it's a brilliant combination. Regrettably, I haven't used the Landini all that much, but it might be very good for exactly what it's attached to there. Relocating straw for the pigs, and so on and so forth. Maybe loading the water as well. That's a very good task for it, I believe. Now, what I want to do as well with all this cash that we're clearly not strapped for, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's get this lowered down, tucked away. We will now head over to the shop. But what I was going to say about cash was I'd like to check the price of all the different factories that we want to buy now. If I'm not mistaken, the pasta factory is £200,000, so below, basically a straight across trade for the winery, which is fantastic. The winery currently is under new management, as you're aware, but we should check. Oh, you know what? I need a grain mill. I can't make any pasta without unmilled grain. Silly monkey. So we'll look at that as well. But first things first, we'll head to the shop and get our new MUCK spreader. Right, and attached. Brilliant. I think this is perfect. It does seem as though it could be a touch heavy for it, because this is a massive bit of kit. Sorry, mate, cut you off there. But yeah, this is a very large bit of kit. I think it should work out fine. Once we get the 20,000 litres of muck in, it should really tell us, or rather be more telling. So we only have 32,000 litres, so I don't know how far that's actually going to go. It might not go very far at all, and if that is the case, then once we get more pigs, that will also really help with that. So, okay, what's going on here now? It would seem as though... Oh my gosh. Let me just get off the road. It would seem our helper has stopped, so we are just going to set that up once again, and we'll get loaded up with some muck. So here is our pile of muck, and let's see about filling it up. Ah, there we go, starting to fill. So as it does slowly fill up, the helper, I did adjust a bit of the end there, clean up a bit. The helper here is sorting itself out, although I might take over a quick second. Now, as far as what to put in these fields, I think, yeah, grains would be the best choice. Now, we do have to look for that grain mill, as I've said before. Here, oh, no, that's at a funny angle. Let's get straight on. There we go. Brilliant. And where is our New Holland? Still filling. Bloody hell, does it fill ever slow? But that's fine. We do have other things to do in the meantime. So let's go to the map here and find where the grain mill is. So we do have the dairy. We've got pasta factory there. There is the mill. Perfect, that would be it. Yeah, because down here is the sawmill and the BJ. So it is fairly close to where we are. Now, I'm not going to guess on... Oh, it might be right here. This is my guess. Yep. Nice. So the mill is 200... You know what? Let's buy it. We're going to buy it. We need it anyway. So what can we put in it? Barley, wheat, flour, oat, sorghum, and corn. Sorry, wheat, barley, oat, sorghum, corn. So corn flour. We could do some corn flour. That could be beneficial to do. Although, what I need to find out is which flour. Ah, you see, that is the only one that's slightly different. So possibly we won't be doing that. I'm very pleased that I checked this as well, because I was tempted to do some more rye, but we won't be doing that. I am also going to go and buy another factory. I know we're kind of jumping the gun here. This is stunning, by the way. This little area is absolutely peak Italia. It's gorgeous. I love this area. Bloody Nora. Like this, like the big beautiful church and that as well. And then the little square here and the pasta factory just right in the square. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, we're going to buy that as well. Now, let's manage this production, see what we can do. Nice, we can do bread and cake as well. Oh, wow, what? So for cake, we need flour, anything but corn flour. It seems that corn flour must just be sold as corn flour, so I think we'll avoid that. But we can make pasta with any flour, which is brilliant, straight across to pasta, which is brilliant. Fresh pasta, which requires eggs as well, so we could get some chickens and do some of that. Bread requires some firewood, so that we can sort out if we want to make bread. And cake also requires firewood, but less faff than base game cake, which is really nice. So we can do flour, pasteurized milk, so we probably need the dairy for that, which we don't have cows anyways, so I don't think we'll be doing cake. Because then, yeah, we also need to make butter, and it's just a bit more involved. Pasta, on the other hand, is what we're going to make. So, we need to go back to the mill and see what is the best one-to-one. So, oat really is the best one-to-one. Wheat and barley, you don't quite get the same amount. Whereas sorghum, you kind of do. So, we'll go back up here and see. Can we do oat now? We can. Well, let's do some oat as well, because it's something different. We'll do oat and we'll do barley, because if we do get chickens, at least we can feed them with the barley as well. We could do wheat possibly, but barley's a bit different as well. And oat. Right, how full is manure? Hey, right on. So we'll head over to what was the sunflower field and we'll start spreading some muck. Right, here we are. So we do have a 12 meters spread, so I'm just going to go about here and I guess just start, see what happens. Oh, right. We need to unfold. How can the muck spread out if it's not ready to spread out? Right, and there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's so satisfyingly perfect, that lined up. Now I'm kind of mucking it up, but no pun intended. Right, well, there we go. We are very quickly sending loads of poop out the back of our machine here. I just don't know how far it's going to go. It's hard to gauge because we used about 75% of our manure storage, what was in manure storage at least, and yeah, I just don't know what to make of it. Now, I think before we crack on with this, I am going to ensure that all the harvesting is done, because the harvesting cannot be done in the rain. So, oh, there's just two small sections. Right, let me very quickly get the rest of this done off camera. I will empty the combine into the trailer and then we can crack on with the manure spreading. Right, we are back in the T7 and we are back spreading muck. So we managed to get 87% of the trailer full of corn, and the harvest is complete. So we did it. We managed to get it done before the rain came, which is really brilliant. And being October, it is getting dark now early. I mean, the sun is definitely setting, but my, does this map ever... Is it ever beautiful in the autumn? Bloody Nora. Look at all the beautiful oranges and yellows and reds and different hues of autumn. It's just, and the browns of the manure as well. Just all very nice in the glistening setting sun and all. I don't mean to get too poetic with it, but it is just absolutely stunning. And I say this every single time I play this map, how stunning it is. Only because it's the truth. Right, enough rambling, let's crack on with the muck. Right, so it is very dark, as you can see, and we're still spreading manure. We did have to go back for a fresh load. It took ages, so I just did a quick jump cut from field back to field. But I just don't think we're going to have enough, unfortunately. We were very, very close. Hopefully that it wasn't down to wastage or anything. But blimey, were we ever close? And there we go. So, can have a look at the map and see how we've done. Now, I will imagine that it will be nearly finished. But not quite, unfortunately. So close. So, something like this, possibly in the next month. We'll obviously be able to fertilize it then. But hopefully by then, we'll have enough manure to finish this up. This is why I would really like to switch over to... essentially, what would you call that? A conventional slurry spreader versus the pumps and hoses. So I still am a bit on the fence about that. Where is it? Slurry tanks. There we go. So I mean, it's great. It is different. It's cool, but it's a faff. The Bossini here was one that I was considering using, but I might upgrade to a bigger one actually. If we do, possibly something like that, or I mean, even that. And then we can... I think that attaches to that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right. So, that gives us 13 meters versus 6 meters. Why is that different? Anyways, I don't know. We'll look into that later on. I mean, even something like this would be fine. I do like the pumps and hoses thing. It's just, again, the faff. That's all. It really comes down to the faff. But I think that will do it for us for this episode. It's been a busy one. Oh, yeah, we've got the mud mod on. That's probably why we were slowing down. Look how deep we are in the field. Blimey. You know what? I should probably get this out to the field. I think, yeah, because we might get proper stuck. Yeah, you can see that we're like struggling to get out. Look at that. That's not me turning, that's the mud. That is fully the mud. That is wild. I love that. But yes, let's just get off the field so that we can not get stuck, because we might get proper stuck here. There we go. That's better. Right. Okay, as I was saying, that is the end of the episode for today. We did manage to get the corn done. We sold the grape waste, which we really should have used on the fields. I had no idea that it could be used as a manure, but now you know for your time on this amazing map that is Land of Italy. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. In the next episode, we will be in November. We'll be drilling some crops and sorting out the pigs for food and all that fun stuff as well. So, look forward to that next week. So, thank you again. If you have enjoyed the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel. And please subscribe. So, until the next one, please do take care. And bye for now.